gather around and let me tell you a story of courage, faith, and the unshakable strength of a man who trusted God even when the world turned against him. This story takes place long ago in the grand kingdom of Babylon, where powerful rulers and wise men shaped the destiny of an empire. But among them stood one man whose wisdom and loyalty shone brighter than the rest. His name was Daniel. Daniel had been brought into Babylon as a young man, but over the years he became known throughout the land for his honesty, wisdom, and unwavering faith in God. Kings came and went, but Daniel's integrity never changed. Now, at this time, King Darius ruled the empire. He admired Daniel deeply and planned to put him in charge of the entire kingdom. But not everyone shared the king's admiration. A group of jealous officials began to whisper among themselves, "Why should this Daniel, a foreigner, be placed above us?" They watched him day and night, hoping to catch him doing something wrong. But Daniel was faithful in everything, his work, his words, and most importantly, his prayers. So the officials crafted a wicked plan. They approached King Darius with flattering words. "O king, live forever. We believe there should be a decree that for the next 30 days no one may pray to any god or human except you. If they do, they must be thrown into the den of lions." The king, swept up in their praise, signed the law. But Daniel remained Daniel. 3 times a day, just as he had always done, he opened his window toward Jerusalem, knelt down, and prayed to his God. The officials rushed to the king with their accusation. "Daniel has broken your decree." The king's heart sank. He realized too late that the officials had tricked him. He tried until sunset to find a way to save Daniel, but the law of the Medes and Persians could not be changed. At last, with a heavy heart, King Darius ordered Daniel to be brought to the lion's den. As Daniel stood at the edge of the dark pit, the king whispered, "May your God, whom you serve continually, rescue you." The stone was rolled across the entrance, and Daniel was left inside, alone, or so it seemed. But God had not abandoned him. In the quiet darkness of the den, lions paced with glowing eyes. Then suddenly a brilliant presence filled the pit. God had sent his angel, who shut the mouths of the lions. They lay down like gentle beasts, unable to harm Daniel. Night passed, morning came. At the first light of dawn, King Darius hurried to the den. His voice trembled as he called out, "Daniel, servant of the living God, has your God been able to rescue you from the lions?" A moment of silence. Then a familiar voice rose from the darkness. "My king, God sent his angel to shut the lions' mouths. I am unharmed, for I was found innocent before him and before you." Joy rushed over the king. Daniel was lifted out of the den, not a scratch on him. His clothes were untouched, his face calm, his heart full of faith. But the story does not end there. King Darius turned to the wicked officials who had plotted against Daniel. They were thrown into the den they intended for him, and the lions overpowered them at once. Then the king issued a decree throughout the empire. Daniel's God is the living God. His kingdom will not be destroyed. He saves and delivers. He rescued Daniel from the power of the lions, and Daniel continued to prosper because he trusted in God. And so ends the tale of Daniel in the lion's den, a reminder that faith does not mean we will never face danger, but it does mean we never face it alone. May this story inspire courage in your heart and remind you that even in the darkest places, light can still break through. for the same God who stood with Daniel stands with us today